See what happens,
Yeah,
man.
let's see what happens because y'all know what?
What up, y'all?
Falcons on that bullshit. We
Yeah.
already know. And this game was ugly from the jump, man. First quarter, I told the whole story. But anyway, man, how y'all doing, man? I know y'all ain't doing good because I'm not doing good. But guess what? We gonna make y'all day better, man, because y'all get to blow off some steam. And I see people in the chat already, man. People
Y'all
came
all
in at
here.
3:20 before the game even ended and came in the chat. My
Come
boy
on.
Justin Swisher said at 3:20, said last Sunday night game was a fluke, 7-10 again under Raheem.
Oof.
Wow.
Well,
Woof. Boy, after today's game, do you think they're gonna get 7 wins? Woof. They didn't look like no 7-win team. A 7-win team will fight. This team just goddamn stayed at the damn doorstep and said, "The hell with it."
it was a bad team game all the way around. You think about it, this was a one of those complete team loss in every facet, every phase of the game. I
Right.
mean, you really don't can really. It's hard. It almost goes back to that Raiders game to where you just couldn't find a whole lot to that was good that happened with the game. You couldn't find a whole lot, but team loss, y'all. Well, team loss, but we definitely gonna get into it. Me and Smitty got to jump into this post game. Falcons lose to the Carolina Panthers 30-0. And I said, it's funny. I was being funny on Twitter, Smitty, as well. I said the Falcons have never lost a game 30-0, which was true. They
That's a
lost
lot.
38-0. It was 38 to the same Panthers in 2015. So you're getting the wrong plaques because you got 38-0 up here, and right next to it, you got 30-0 now. It's just
Either way, either game, no matter what year or what day it was some bullshit, just like today. But man, the Falcons they got to regroup, and I mean regroup, and they done started up another controversy, believe it or not. Told A1 already, here we go with this shit again.
yeah.
So
Smitty did. So what you said, Smitty? You ain't watched the fourth quarter, so Smitty didn't see.
I ain't even watched the fourth quarter. That's how I
He
didn't
didn't
know.
see the quarterback change, y'all. He didn't know that Kirk Cousins came in there after Michael.
Man, 3/4 was enough for me, bro. I watched 3/4. I didn't even go for the whole dollar. I took the 3/4 and said, fuck it. I bought me a 50-cent lottery ticket and stuck the other quarter in the annihilator machine. But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah, 3/4 was enough for me. But look, chat, what's good, man? What's good? Y'all come on in, man. Come on in. Like
Mm-hmm.
I said, man, Justice Swisher came in early today. Trish Daddy did too. Joe
Right.
Ward donated early at 3 o'clock before I even got here. So
Hey,
Joe Ward, thank you for that donation, my brother. Truly appreciate it. Um, Travis came in before 4. I mean, everybody was coming in before the game even ended.
yeah, man.
EQ said all sports fixed. I never watch sports again. Unsubscribe.
Dang, man, don't do us like that.
You gonna unsubscribe? It wasn't even my fault. That's messed up, EQ. That's messed up, man. Vontae said disgraceful performance today.
Absolutely.
Man,
Worst
might
game.
have been the worst guy I ever seen this team play in my life.
Hey, it was
Whew.
bad. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it was bad today. Like again, all phases. Yep. I mean, 0 point score makes us makes us stay. Y'all folks is good and out of here. Yeah, but that's what it's for, man. Y'all go ahead and vent, man. Get it out. It was bad. Today was a
Yeah,
bad.
man. Go on and get it out. We here for you, man. Go on and get it out. But we're gonna give our take on the game, man. Then we're gonna let y'all come in and talk for a minute. You know how we do it, 2 to 3 minutes. And give our quick thoughts on the game. But A1, to
Let's do it.
start the game off,
Mm-hmm.
it
Mm-hmm.
just seemed to me that first quarter, I'm gonna just go first quarter, entire first quarter.
All right.
It just seemed like Michael Penix just wasn't in the game. And I'm gonna go all the way back to last week because even in the win last week, he seemed kind of frustrated. And I know what it is. I know what it is. It's Zach Robinson in that damn booth, and with a young quarterback and an offensive coordinator, you got to know as a veteran. And this lets you know Zach Robinson is not seasoned as a coordinator as well.
Mm.
When you have a young quarterback who's only in his second year, he needs face-to-face interaction so he can get his point across so y'all can talk. All that sending signals up and down to the booth, that shit don't work with a young quarterback. You got to get on that field and get interactive with your quarterback. Because guess what? If you don't, he's going to make more mistakes, and that's exactly what happened.
Well,
This is why he was.
to that
Go
point,
ahead.
real quick, Smitty, you got to think about it. Let's not just say with a second-year quarterback, a second-year coordinator, maybe y'all two can get down there together and build that connection more closer, more stronger. I mean, if maybe he's on the sideline, I'm not sure if being on the sideline really is going to help Zach Robinson's offense or not, to be honest. But I agree with, at least having that more connection. Maybe you can get the plays out a little bit faster or whatnot if you're closer to them, more so than they having to come from the booth or the box.
Exactly.
But regardless, though, man, we got to agree that Smitty, I can't put it all on Zach, and I can't.
Like I put out that tweet. Mike Penix finna get this. He finna get it work too.
Yeah, man, I can't put it necessarily all on Zach because Michael Penix missed some throws. Michael Penix, I seen at least 6 balls today that probably went into the dirt. That's not coaching. That's execution. I'm just saying, like, I gotta keep it real. I mean, I can't just jump. I'm jumping on Zach. Don't get me wrong. We're gonna get into him because you think about it. Then since the season has started, our offense has been stagnant at best when it comes to trying to put points on the board. We're talking about 1, 2, and 3. We're not just talking about today. So that's one thing I'm noticing that's been a consistent. The offense still has to get better, still has to get that timing down. The one consistent that we can say that's week to week, Bijan Robinson, and we're going to get some Drake London too. But outside of that, it's not necessarily a guarantee exactly where we're going to be able to go with the offense. We're going to run the pistol, which I believe we're running that pistol because the offensive line woes. We're having some injuries there, even though the offensive line hasn't been playing terrible.
Bro,
we're going to
cannot put it on the offensive line today because they blocked their ass off.
No, I'm not, and I'm not.
Man, look, I seen about 3 or 4 times. He had all day to stand back there. He still made the wrong decision. Like he was confused on how to read the defense and read his checkdowns. I mean, that interception he threw, that was god awful stupid, man. Ooh, he didn't
see it. He didn't even look. Well, the whole thing he knew.
Look, when the cornerback is lined up, when you watching and reading what's on the field, you got to know that cornerback is somewhere right there near that check down. Yeah, so I mean that was just a mental mistake, and
he let it go. I'm pretty sure he wished he had some kind of way to pull it back because by the time he just knew, oh, Bijan's over here. That's what we've been doing, to check down out into the flat. Again, Smith, like I said backstage, we had a lot of flats this game. I didn't know if you had any influence on the game plan.
Hey, man, this ain't had nothing to do with no damn chicken wing. It had something to do with chicken wing. They would have flew away. Because
hey, man, I'm just saying, it's a lot in the flat today. And again, we're not pushing the ball downfield. I'm wondering, guys, if the reason why we are not pushing it, because it's not just this game, we've been all season so far. We are not necessarily pushing the ball downfield. And I'm wondering if that has to do with the offensive line woes. Just being able, are they too much worried about the blind side? Or is it just the fact, hold on. Is it Penix blind side? Or is it the fact that we are putting too much on a second year offensive coordinator? That's not an excuse. I'm just telling what it is.
Well, I'm not going that direction no more because I already told you, bro. When Kyle Shanahan was in his second year, what happened?
Super Bowl.
Matt Ryan won MVP. Falcons had one of the best scoring offenses in NFL history. They moved the ball at will. And it's the same damn offense. Because think about it. Zach Robinson was with Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. The same offense that Sean McVay run, Kyle Shanahan improved it. He ran it better than Sean McVay. Mm-hmm. So if you learn on the Sean McVay, that means you know exactly what's going on. Both of y'all was in that offense in LA. So this team should not be playing this bad. But we talk about the offensive line. I'm going to pass the blame all the way around the whole goddamn team. Them wide receivers weren't getting, any release on the ball. They couldn't get open. I don't know what the hell happened. And Mooney, he just seemed out of whack this game.
Yeah.
Running the wrong routes.
But wait. Mooney's just getting back into the offense. And I understand that that's still even not an excuse. But I can't put it all on Mooney. Penix had some bad throws as well. I'm sorry. Like that one.
I said I was going to pass it around.
That one, I'm telling you, where it was a simple route and he broke off to the sideline. That could have been an easy touch and pass. but it was just out of his reach just a little bit. I feel like if it was just a little bit more touch on the ball, that's a first down. Continue the drive.
And as I keep saying, Chris, be honest. You watched the game just like I did. A lot of the time when I was watching the game, when I saw the film and the way they was breaking down the film, every time I watched it, he was throwing outside, the middle was wide open. So why you not getting Kyle Pitts the football?
But my thing is that's progressions. Now I ain't gonna lie, that goes back to the quarterback because progressions. What we've been talking about since me and you've been doing shows, no matter who we've been doing them with. We've been talking about quarterback progression, and they got to go through it. It doesn't mean just because we like Michael Penix and love what he can possibly become and bring, doesn't mean that he still doesn't have to go through those progressions as well. And if Kyle Pitts, he should have been a focal point in this offense because he could have broke zone, and we did not get the ball to him a lot this game at all. We did not. So and you think about it. The Panthers, shout out to them for recognizing exactly what the Falcons want to do, watching the film, taking away some of the things that we do best in the passing game, because the constant is still Bijan Robinson. He is the offense right now. You're going to get some Drake London too. That's our number one. But as far as like moving the ball, it's Bijan Robinson. And you think about it.
But you know what? But the problem with that, Chris, I mean, he a superstar player. But if you're just gonna keep doing that and checking down and doing that, that's gonna make you too predictable. How you gonna expect to move the football if you keep doing that?
You're not going to. That's the point. Again, you see it today. It was 30-0. And my thing is the defense. I'm not necessarily mad at the defense. I'm gonna tell you one thing I'm gonna say about this defense. Jeff Ulbrich is having these guys put into place. The guys are buying in. I believe this defense is going to be A-okay as long as the offense pulls their weight too, because you've seen it today. The defense eventually got tired. Once you have the offense who is not able to get the ball downfield, you're giving Carolina short field with the special teams as well. That hasn't been a good phase of this team as well, special teams. So you're giving guys short fields. You're not putting your quarterback in favorable situations when we get the ball back, and then you're checking down, flat. It's like you got to be able to push the ball downfield some point. Otherwise, guys are going to sit on that. And that's another reason why I feel like Michael Penix was also throwing picks today, because you're seeing again, he threw another pick, the one that happened later on in the game. Even though Ray McLeod failed, I still believe that probably was going to be a pick.
Right.
It was a play during the game, in the middle of the game, to where Penix, he was being rushed and he threw the ball and he got hit as he thrown. And they were saying, oh, the ball was too high. But I'm looking back at that and I was like, well, if Penix would have brought the ball down, it might have been picked because two guys was crossing while Kyle Pitts was right there. So it's like, darn if you do, darn if you don't, man.
But bro, that comes from frustration, bro. That comes from up here. Because if you look at the throw that he made, I saw all the incompletions he made. And when they showed it back in slow motion, a lot of his passes was too high. They were wobbly. And they just won Penix like. So this shows me that the frustration that he had upstairs with Zach Robinson is coming down onto the field. And I feel like Mike Penix need to speak to Raheem Morris or somebody to see what the hell is going on and see can they make that difference, make that change. Because if he doesn't get on the field to talk to Mike Penix while the game is going, there's no point in him being here.
Go ahead. I'm about to add to what you're saying. You're absolutely correct. But another thing that we got to do, and my goodness, I hate that we're talking about this so early in the season and just point blank period. Clock management. My Lord. Because my goodness, we've spent 2 timeouts in the first half.
Chris,
being able to be on the same page.
I'm not going over this shit with you because I told you way back in April, I said, why was clock management a goddamn problem last year? And you got the best running back duo in the damn league. Make it make sense.
Bro.
Again, I know I said that.
Maybe it's coming back to what we was talking about again about maybe Zach needs to be on the field because maybe plays will get out a little bit faster if the distance is closed out and if we're not using technology and depending on technology that went out in this game today, by the way, that they was talking about. Oh man, the headsets went out. It was hard getting the plays to the quarterback. But what make it easier if maybe the distance is closed off a little bit, and maybe all he has to do is just run to the sideline real quick. Okay, bam, 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 got you. Okay, and then we can get back to the field. Just an option. Do what you want, but just an option, because I've seen it happen many games, many years. So it's just like, I know we want to be innovative and we're using all this technology, but sometimes you just got to get back to good old fashioned football. And right now, it's simple, you know. But again, you do what you want. You know, this at the end of the day, guys are in the regime. Guys are, you know what I'm saying, getting paid the big bucks to perform. But right now, it's not the end of the world. But there is.
No, we still got a long way to go, bro.
Reasonable concern, though. Reasonable concern.
Right. And I mean, look, and you think about how early it is in just 3 games. All 3 games we should have won, because guess what? The defense didn't even give up. I think they gave up a little bit over 200 yards today.
200 all 3 total yards by the Panthers.
So all 3 games they gave up. I think the first game they gave up about 260, and then last week 198, and then today was what?
224. 224. Okay. That's it.
So divide it by 3 and see what the defense.
And my thing is, at least 30 of those yards was in garbage time. You know, so the game was completely over.
So that was another game under 300 yards, really.
Another game under 300 yards. Yet again, that's why I said this defense, I'm not jumping on them, honestly.
Oh, no.
And continue to get better.
They were just tired by the third quarter. Yeah.
It, bro. We just ran out of gas, because you take that pick away, and technically you think about it, the defense gave up 20 points. You know what I'm saying? But the 2 field goals and the 2 touchdowns, the last touchdown, of course, that they had to scratch and claw for, by the way, had to go all the way in because the Falcons defense was pushing back. But ultimately, their backup offensive line was able to dominate our offensive line for the most part, compared to what the Vikings were able to do. And they had backups, but they had some big guys though too. We can't ignore that. They had some big guys going at it, and we could not get home as much as we could. One thing that I was saying, Smitty was saying, other content creators were saying, was we got to get home. We weren't able to get home. There were lanes for Bryce to escape from. There were times where we missed them a little bit too. So again, if you're not hitting the quarterback, we only had like 2 quarterback hits compared to 11 against McCarthy.
And then you think about it, Bryce was a little bit more seasoned than JJ McCarthy. He was knowing exactly where to move. He was getting the ball out quick. He was finding his check downs. So,
but that's also the offensive game plan was up for that as well, though, Smitty. They were prepared, and with the Falcons looked like they were unprepared.
Yeah.
You know,
Willie Doc, thank you for the donation, my brother. Truly appreciate it.
Thank you, fam.
So I put this loss on Raheem, Zach, and special teams. What one thing should Raheem do before he loses this team? That's an excellent question, my brother. Willie, boy, that was an excellent question. One thing he should do, go to Zach Robinson and kick his ass down the steps and make him fall all the way to that field. That's what he should do. Because this offense is too much time on this offense for it to be so inept. It's just ridiculous, man. Because when you have a all-pro style running back, a all-pro style tight end, a backup, a second running back 2 that could be a running back 1 on other teams, when you have a duo like that, you got to control the clock and you got to force your will on teams. They did it last week, so what the fuck happened? Did y'all forget how y'all won last week? Control the clock, run the football. 200 yards with those 2 running backs. Think about that. So today you just say, hey, we just gonna try something new. Let's go try to do this. This might work. I don't want to do that this week. Come on, man. Come on.
At the end of the day, fam, you look again, like I said, Falcons, they had 200 passing yards and 131 rush yards, which was our season average last year. Just saying that. So I mean, Bijan, he's had 72 yards on 13 carries. Tyler only had 1 carry, which was crazy to me, for only 4 yards, and that was the first time he got.
Yep.
That was the only time you really saw him in the run game, and you also had Carter as well. Who,
bro? I pray Tyler you get the hell on, because he deserved better. I'm saying this as a diehard Falcon fan. as bad as they treat him, ain't no way in the hell he should have got just one carry today. Stick to your bread and butter. I have been saying that. Yeah, you built this run game on the Arthur Smith, but it's still the bread and butter of your team. If you run the ball effectively, that makes the game easier for Michael Penix. How many times do I have to say that? How many times? It's just common sense. Common sense. But I got to welcome in my guy, man. Darnell Suggs, Atlanta voice, man. Writes great articles, man. Big man around Atlanta. I got to welcome him in right quick. Talk with us right quick. But Darnell, what's up, my guy?
What's going on, fam?
What's up, brother? Good to see y'all, man. Sorry about what happened earlier today.
I mean, it happens.
It happens.
It happens.
It's not supposed to.
That's what I mean. It's not supposed to, though. Like, when do you get on the other side of that where you're the better team and you're not always sitting on here talking about why the Falcons lost to mediocre teams? When does that happen, though?
Culture, man. Culture, hires. Honestly, accountability. We can throw out a lot of words, you know, so when it comes to what needs to happen. But honestly, I just feel like we have a bunch of pros and a bunch of veterans that we still have to have something from, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not just talking about the players. It's got to be the coaches as well. As a team, this was a terrible loss as a team. And going back again, you like a lot of Falcon fans were saying, this is one of the worst games that they've seen in a long time or ever. So that's a bold statement right there, because we've seen a lot of bad games from the Falcons. Yes. But this right here is it just shouldn't happen. It's just inexcusable. That just can't happen.
I just want to say, for the moment, it is a franchise-defining moment. I know it's only week 3, but for the moment, you were 1-1 after dominating a team on the road on defense. You came to Carolina, with all due respect, should not be a factor in the playoff race in the NFC. And you didn't not only lost the game, because you can lose the game, but you left the building scoreless and allowed Carolina to be 2-1. Or 1-2. Are they 1-2?
They're 1-2. 1-2.
All right, 1-2. But in the division now, they beat you, so you last.
So they over you, right?
Right. So that means you got to make sure you definitely beat them when they come here. And it's just like, why are you back against the wall at week 3 already? Why is your back against the wall?
You're 0-2 in the division right now already.
So that tiebreaker, that division records are, when you get the overall record, that tiebreaker is almost going to be done in a minute. If you lose another game to Carolina or New Orleans or Tampa, you ain't going to have that to fall back on like you had it last year, despite throwing it away. And you got to watch this team that scored 41 points this week. They scored 41 regardless who's playing quarterback. They scored 41.
They scored.
You didn't score. So you
can't be considered all phases of the game on top of it.
So you can't be considered the favorite going into your next home game.
No, you're not. I mean, my thing is, we weren't going to be the favorites going into that game anyway.
Not with Jaden Daniels playing, no.
Yeah, not with Jaden Daniels.
But Darnell, I'm going to ask you the question Chris asked me. What do you think Raheem has to do before he loses this team? Because honestly, I'm going to just say this before you answer. As I'm sitting back thinking about it, watching this game today, as I look back at 6-3 last year and then the big fall off, we did win a couple of games down the stretch, but we lost more than we won. Could that be lingering over into this year, that the players really don't trust him? Because the game today, when you look at Michael Penix and how unprepared he was, how bad they looked on offense, they were way off course as to timing, rhythm. I mean, they just couldn't get nothing right. So do you feel like slightly that he's still losing this team because of last year's fallout?
I want to be very clear about this. Raheem Morris is handcuffed to Zach Robinson. They are one person.
Wow.
When one loses a job, the other one's going to. If that play calling cost you this game where you didn't score any points, that's not a Zach Robinson thing by himself, unfortunately. It falls back on the head coach. You're going to mess around and be, if God forbid you lose to Washington at home, which is crazy. Because I'm not giving you the Buffalo game. Forget that. If you lose to Washington and you 1-3, and they're going to blame the offense, they're going to look at the quarterback, the OC, and guess what? By connection, the head coach. Both of y'all are going to be looking for something to do come December. So I don't want that. I'm just saying it's unfortunate that he's handcuffed to Zach Robinson. He really is. They came from the same place, and he gave him the job when he got the job. So if y'all gonna jump on Zach Robinson, unfortunately, that means you got to jump on one of the few black head coaches in the league, and that's
we jumping on him anyway though.
I heard you. I've been listening. Yeah,
regardless, because at the end of the day, if we start just like in the corporate world, if we break it down, and you start asking the why questions, it's going to come back to the coaching and the coaching decisions at the end of the day. So regardless, we know who made the hires for Jimmy Lake, Raheem Morris. We know who made the hire for the OC, Zach Robinson, Raheem Morris. And I've been saying, now that Jimmy Lake is gone, we have a magnifying glass now on Zach Robinson even more, because he is still a guy that Raheem brought in. So now the magnifying glass on Zach, and Zach has to get this offense going. This offense is the players, the pieces on the paper are too well, too good for us to be losing 30-0. Like we haven't even scored a touchdown on offense with no offensive player, like no wide receivers, no tight ends,
no skill position, right?
No skill position at all, and that's crazy in itself. And we're going into week 4.
I want to remind everybody.
Hold on, Daniel.
The Falcons didn't look that good on offense at Minnesota. They had 5 field goals.
That's what my point. That's what I was saying before you came on.
So it wasn't like they've been good this season. Don't forget, you didn't win the first game of the year at home. You didn't dominate. You scored your first possession of the season and then took like 4 quarters to score again. Then you go to Minnesota. You need 5 field goals to win that football game. Now you're here. You didn't score at all. So in 3 weeks, the offense hasn't done anything.
That's
it's not Young Wei Koo's fault. You can't blame Young Wei Koo this time.
Oh no, it's Zach Robinson.
You definitely can't blame. And I hate it because Parker missed both his opportunities. 49, I believe, 55, but the 55 would have been a career long. Sure. But still, even with that 49, it's just like you had to have it. And when he kicked it, it looked like it was going to go straight through, and then just all of a sudden curved to the right.
Right.
And at the end of the day, like, you hate that, because you know there's going to be some conversation behind that. Oh, well, you cut Young Wei Koo so soon, and now you're having this kicker issue and stuff. But
let's be real. Young Wei's mental is not there no more.
It was
right. Yeah. So I mean that would justify it. But at the end of the day, you got to roll with it now. At the end of the day, you got to roll with it.
You have to. You can't call that man back and have him come back down here and switch jobs. You can't do that. So.
No, he in Chinatown somewhere chilling. Cornerboy TV said people in the chat tripping on Penix. The receiver looked lost out there, running the wrong route, not coming back, break quick enough.
You're talking about those choice routes. Talking about those choice routes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
But I mean,
that's the difficult thing about having those though within the offense. And I'm not saying that they don't practice those, but it just seemed like the timing is off. And there's one thing about Sean McVay's type offense. It is a timing thing. You have to be on point, and if you're off for a second, the ball is going the other way, and we've seen that twice today.
So and I don't know why in the world Drake London, he just looked lost out there today. He's the number one guy. Some routes I seen he overran, some he underran. I mean, I just don't know. And Penix's frustration is only going to get worse until they get on the same page. This is why I said Zach has to be on the field to interact with this kid, because he's getting frustrated. You calling down plays that he don't agree with, and he's young. He really doesn't know how to audible like that yet. So, I mean, you got to give this kid some grace. But Dravis A. Card, no, Kurt will not be playing. I mean, that would just an end of the game thing. I was surprised to even see it. I didn't even see it.
Yeah,
when Chris told me, I said, "Man, what?"
Yeah,
but that was just the end of the game thing, man. And I was still surprised by that.
Well, yeah, it said a lot. It said, you know what, you don't got it tonight. Let's get you off the field before you mess around and get hurt, or make it even worse and throw another pick six or something. That's all it was. Just bringing in a relief pitcher. Kirk Cousins will not start a football game this season if Michael Penix can stand up and walk.
That's what I believe as well.
He can't.
And honestly, real quick, do you realize how much of a joke that would be to go back on Michael Penix now? Come on now.
Yes.
You can't.
He do that, he'll get fired next week.
You can't do that.
He'll get fired next week.
Well, he can't. He won't be able to make that decision without going up top and checking in anyway.
That's why I said
it would be a franchise.
He'll get fired. He'll get fired right on the spot.
Right. They'll fire him first.
You don't do that. But Dan said, how many head coaches that Arthur Blank hired and fired got a second head coaching job? Only Dan Quinn.
Let me think. Yeah.
Only Dan Quinn. That's correct.
Dan Quinn.
Who will be here next week?
Dan Quinn.
Yeah,
and who's starting quarterback?
Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mariota.
Yeah.
The stories write themselves, brothers.
That's what I'm saying. I tell people all the time, life come at you fast.
It sure do. It sure do.
And this lets you know that, and me and my cousin talked about this time after time. This lets you know Dan Quinn had the proper personnel to be a decent head coach in Atlanta. When they paid those 3 big contracts, Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Deion Jones, that handicapped Dan Quinn to make the move that he needed to improve his team. That's why he never got better. If Dan Quinn had a team like we got right now with all of this talent, this is a Super Bowl team.
I always thought Dan Quinn was a panic fire. That was a fans panicking. The team went 7-9 or whatever they went.
No,
we got to do something.
That was personnel. Come on, Darnell. You seen what we had.
That same team made the Super Bowl 2 years before he got fired.
Yeah, they did. It was,
and they made the playoffs since.
I think the morale of the locker room possibly might have been gone too, though. Possibly, and it's just at the end of the day, you think
a tough loss.
Yeah,
it was a tough loss. Not to mention it, but yeah. So I've covered this team for 8 years, and I've only covered 1 playoff game. There's something here, man. There's something. Carolina hasn't made the playoffs in 7 straight years as well. Mm-hmm. So one of these teams, something's got to change. And right now, you got to make the playoffs. Anything else, it doesn't matter. Winning 9 games, winning 10 games, all that stuff is cute. But if this team doesn't make the playoffs, man, Terry Fontenot's gone. The hot seat under Raheem is literally on fire. It's a lot that's going to happen if this team doesn't make the playoffs. But it's still early on. I'm just saying.
The common denominator is the coach. Because I'm going to go back. When you look back in 2012, Mike Smith.
Yes.
Super Bowl team.
That's right.
Common denominator. Head coach. Can't make adjustments. Fall in the 4th quarter. Get to Dan Quinn. Super Bowl. Up 28-3 and 21-3 at halftime. Up 28-3 in the 3rd quarter. Can't adjust in the 4th quarter. Defense fall flat. Same thing. Then you get to Raheem Morris. Yeah, Arthur Smith. I'm sorry. Arthur Smith.
His teams can never close.
Never. So closing has always been the problem.
It's been the problem. So that's personnel then, I guess. Put anybody a head coach, you still got to close.
Absolutely.
You're right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
My thing is we've been talking about finishing for the umpteen years now. Like
right.
You said, Darnell, you've been writing for this team for the last 8 years. I've been, taking podcasts seriously for this team for the last 2.5. So it's like we haven't seen it, but overall, I've been a fan of this team since the 90s, and I can just really count on like one hand how many serious seasons we've had as a Falcon fan. Like actually contend that it could be actually, even if you don't get to the big dance, you could have, or you had a team that was to get there. I can count on one hand. And it's just, I'm ready for things just to change. But again, just back to the main point, which was this embarrassing loss, to these Panthers. We gotta right the ship. We gotta watch that film, see what you did wrong, all that up, throw that in the trash quick, because you have your old head coach, your old quarterback.
Wow.
Just so many storylines going into this game. The whole history behind with Raheem Morris, Jeff Ulbrich, and Dan Quinn. This is a whole reunion. You got to be ready for it because they're coming to the bins on top of that.
And they can win with their defense, honestly.
Right, really.
They just that strong.
They don't have to outscore you and be all tough. They're going to run the ball and play defense. Kick a couple field goals.
And honestly, if we roll out the offense that we had today, that's a cakewalk for a defense like Dan.
If we roll out that offense we had today, we won't win another game this season, and we don't have a first-round pick next year. Just think about that.
Forget about that.
Oh, there's no way this team makes the playoffs if they go 1-3. You can't. You can't dig out of that hole. Because now you got to get a best record in your division and use your division record. And right now you're not doing nothing in the division 0-2. And now you 1-3. You got a Buffalo game you're not going to win.
You got to play the AFC West.
You haven't played the AFC West. Thankfully, you got Dolphins and Jets. Maybe you'll beat them. But you got to play Indianapolis in another country. So you never know how that game goes.
Man, they calling Daniel Jones out there Indiana Jones. I'm like,
Indiana Jones, undefeated. Laugh now, cry later.
Good
Hey
gracious.
man, I get Daniel Jones hell, but hey,
I
he
did.
winning, so I can't knock it.
That's all that
I
matters,
can't,
right? It don't matter about the
I can't
stats. It don't
knock it.
matter what he did in the Giants. Right
Nah,
now, his team is 3-0.
that's
Fact.
it. And
And you get him a wide receiver, Malik Neighbors, Daniel Jones might have turned out
Imagine that,
better. Who knows?
right?
I
You
mean,
never know.
like I said, sometimes it's all about the personnel you put on the field.
It is,
But
and sometimes the fresh start don't hurt.
sometimes it's about the coaching too. The coaching, the culture, all that. Because how in the
yeah,
world that happened in New York with Dabo, and then he comes on down here to Indianapolis and they look great.
Right.
facts.
So again, it's sometimes change of scenery is not a bad thing. Look at Sam Darnold, career journeyman, but went to the playoffs with Minnesota, fell short, but still went to the playoffs. And
Won
look
Great
at
14
business.
the Seahawks
games.
right now.
Yeah,
Look at the
facts.
Seahawks right now. So again, sometimes it comes down to what we were talking about, coaching.
Culture.
Coaching.
Coaching, both. You need both. I'll be at practice this week, and I know the first thing they're going to talk to him about is Dan Quinn coming back and Marcus Mariota and how to prepare. And Raheem's going to duck all that. He's going to duck it and say it's not important, doesn't matter. And that's the problem. It does matter. Stop pretending it doesn't matter. A game in week 4 is might as well be a game in week 14. If you lose that game, you're 1-3, 0-2 at home, and it's just come on, man. It matters. It matters.
And
Mhm.
we all know those Saints games, they could go either way no matter what
I'm
the
about to
record
say
is.
they really can. You know they get blown out right now. They can though. You know they always do.
And they
That's what I'm
always
saying, man.
look
Always
at
do.
last season, and I hate Smitty. I hate to give you credit on it because I wanted you to be wrong to the core of me. But that when we lost that Saints game last year,
Hey, bro, I told you, them
started
kind of games, they mess up your mentality, bro. You lose to a
yeah,
team that
they
lost
do.
7 straight games. You think your locker room finna back you after that? They
Right.
gonna be in the locker room out there thinking, man, what the hell this dude doing? What he thinking?
Man,
And they
hey,
gonna be thinking the same thing after this game. Cause the Panthers had one of the worst defenses in the league, and you couldn't move the football.
You couldn't move the football.
we did not get the
Got pick
football.
sixes and all that. Panthers hadn't shut out. They hadn't had an opponent shut out at halftime in years, and they hadn't shut out an opponent in a season and a half.
Yeah,
But here you come. So there you go. Fix
and,
all that right there.
and
That's
they
all
had
I'm saying, man.
last time they had even shut out an opponent by as many points.
Right. And
Well,
it's that
Fact.
bad by that many points.
when
I
they
don't
did
know
it,
the last time that franchise won a 30-point game.
shoot,
But
back in 15 against
Donnell,
us.
if you can stick around, I'm gonna open up chat for a minute. I can get the fans in here, so I want to hear their point because
Yes, sir.
that's what we do on Sunday. But you can stick around, you can stay in. If not, I
I
understand.
appreciate y'all. I still on for a couple
But
more minutes. I appreciate y'all. I love the show. I watch every week. So
oh, we appreciate you, man. Like
yeah,
I
Yeah,
said,
Smitty's
man,
my
y'all
guy.
please go check out Donnell on the Atlanta Voice, man. He's doing his thing. He's been doing it for 8 years. You know, he's Atlanta bred. He's a Mets fan. I don't agree with that, but
I'm from
I still
Brooklyn.
show him love. Still show him love though, man.
definitely
But the link
understand.
in the chat, man, y'all come through 2-3 minutes, and we got the roll, man. But Will, what's up, my guy?
What's going on, man?
Nothing much.
So well,
Man.
Man, I'm gonna go ahead and be real with y'all. I think we need to go ahead and just clean house. We need to go ahead and clean house. And I know a lot of people might say it's on the coaching staff, but I'm gonna hold the players accountable too because Darnell Mooney kept dropping passes. Drake London couldn't get no separation. It was horrible. I cut it off around third quarter. I'm gonna be honest with you. I cut it off around third quarter. So because I like they didn't want to prepare. And what blows my mind is Raheem don't have the team prepared. You had a whole week, 6 days. And you mean to tell me you couldn't have a game plan? What you want to do? Have an identity coming to a division game?
Yeah,
You got Bears on national on TV and you deserve it. Then you shaking hand with them like and chewing gum like it was cool to do that. So with that being said, moving forward, I'm serious, Miss. I'm done. They could kiss that goodbye because I don't have faith in them beating Commanders if Jaden Daniels play. Cause he come back, it's definitely over with. But Zach got to go, man. That was the issue. He can't utilize this talent. He all use Bejan like he's Jason McCarthy. This is not LA Rams. We not I mean 49ers. We not about to keep running Bejan Robinson to the ground like that. You have to get
facts.
everybody. You have to see. I don't care if it's his routes, comeback routes. Make. I can call it on Madden. Why you can't do it in real life? It's just complimentary football. And
Agreed.
yeah, man, for me, man, Smitty, man, I love what you're doing, man. I love y'all guys. Chris TJ Moore, but I don't have no faith with the team moving forward, man. I hate to say it, but
Hey man, you ain't the only one, man. That's your right, man. As a fan, that's your right, my brother.
No sir. And I'm glad. And I'm glad I didn't spend my hard-earned money going to the games because they don't deserve my trust moving forward.
I understand. I mean, I'm not arguing with that at all, man.
Man,
we appreciate you as always,
appreciate
man.
you, man. One love.
Sir, fam.
That's all, boy. William, Amy, what you gonna say, Chris?
Nah, I'm just saying. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. That's what happens, though, man. When you lose to teams that you're not supposed to lose to, and man, you just start hearing guys coming in saying they're just done with the Falcons already. I mean, but at the end of the day, everybody's entitled to their opinion, and that's why we always open up the chat to allow y'all guys to come in here and vent. Just
and y'all don't say we panicking because this is third game, and we looking like this is third game, like we still in preseason week 3. It just don't work like that. Because what's up, man? This is my blood right here, man. Dun, what's up?
Man, what's going on, man? What do we do right? Cause like I texted you before, I didn't even watch the game. I had my aunt's birthday today.
Tell auntie I said happy birthday. And man.
Yes, sir, man. Yeah, man. I ain't watched the game, but I would get so many texts, and I knew it was going downhill. So I'm like, what do we do right? I know everything we did wrong. What do we do right?
Oh well, the defense was like that going to be. I'm saying the defense was like they're going to be a force moving forward as long as the offense can help them out and keep them from being on the field. I believe that this defense we have one because you think about it. Yeah, we gave up, but for the most part, the defense was able to stop them or at least cause them to have some kind of miscues, some penalties, something was able to work out for the defense in their favor. It's just the offense gave you nothing outside of Bijan Robinson for the most part.
Yeah.
So, I mean, defense, I'm excited about the defense. I have nothing to say about that.
Yeah, man. I'm just lost for words. At this point, I don't know.
It was definitely a frustrating loss.
I don't know, man. I don't know what we called it, but it's not looking good on their way back down from Carolina.
Hey, cuz when you make that video later on, that reaction video, just let it all out, bro, and then you'll feel better after that.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it PG, man. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to let it out, man. I'm just gonna have to let that boy home out, man, for real. I be trying 100. To keep it on the wrap, man, but I'm gonna let it out.
Got you, bro. But
yes,
I got people in the back. I'm gonna call you when the show.
Okay,
we gonna hook them up.
All right, man. Y'all be easy.
All right, cuz. Let's keep this thing rolling, man. Let's keep this thing rolling. Who in the back? My boy Coach in the back. I see Coach in the back. Coach Big C, what's good, my dude?
What's going on, Smitty? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I knew they were gonna happen though. The Falcons always beat the team they don't supposed to beat, and always lose to the team they supposed to beat. I knew they were gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen. Now, why would I tell you? They're gonna beat Washington, and they're gonna end up upsetting Buffalo. Why would I tell you now?
I don't know about Buffalo.
Buffalo, Zach Robinson, yeah. You see Penix got the delayed game when Zach Robinson called that dumbass play. He didn't want to run it.
But that's what I'm saying. That frustration gonna just get worse and worse, and that's gonna stunt his development. And then we're gonna be looking sideways at what to do next. And you put Kirk Cousins there, that's gonna be a media firestorm. Darnell know what I'm talking about.
Don't let TJ Yates call the plays, man. I think he do a better job than Zach Robinson.
Right.
I don't even know about that because TJ was bad too.
Yeah. TJ called a preseason game, but that was just vanilla. Yeah, that was vanilla offense, though. I mean, he could do that. That's understandable. But when you get into regular season, how to be creative with plays and how to set up plays to where your team can score, that's when stuff get real. That's when they get hard. And when you can't be creative and become one-dimensional, oh yeah, it's gonna go downhill from now. You don't want that.
One of them interceptions on Penix too. That one to Bijan, that was on him. But the other one, Ray tripped. He failed. So that wasn't on Penix. I don't blame him for that interception.
I blame
receiver fell down.
Robinson for that one.
Yeah, but at the end of the day,
I blame Pat Robinson for that pick because I feel like honestly that was a too predictable of a route. You had already thrown that route several times this game. So my thing is, eventually, if the football player has the football IQ, I'm not going to backpedal so much, and I'm gonna break on the ball when I feel like the opportunity presents itself, which it did.
Only thing I'm happy about, we lost these early in the season. We ain't doing like last year. Win in the beginning of the season, lose late. So we gonna see how it play out. That's the only good thing I can say about this. At least it happened in the beginning of the season. We gonna see how the rest of the season play out, man.
Facts.
Yeah,
Facts,
so
we appreciate you, my brother.
Yeah, all right, Smitty.
See you next week, bro.
Yeah.
No doubt. Hey, Darnell, before we move on, before we get to the next person, I talked about the media firestorm. If you go back and forth, Penix and Cousins, you know what I'm talking about. As a journalist, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes,
Can
sir.
you explain to the people out there exactly how I'm trying to put it?
In regards to the media firestorm, what last season you talking about?
No, as far as switching back and forth for quarterback.
Oh, yes. I'll make it as plain as possible. One, you took Kirk Cousins out to put Penix in. Made a big deal out of that, right? 3 games left in the season. Penix went 1-2. But regardless of that, you took the starting quarterback that had $100 million in his pocket. You took him out. Made a big look abruptly. Mind you, the next game was going to be against the Vegas Raiders, which we would have won. Wasn't a good amount that one. No, it's Giants. They beat the Vegas Raiders with Cousins. The next game was the Giants. He would have won that game too. But they decided to let that be Penix's first start. You can't go back now and put Cousins back in. You can't. Because what that tells you is you're telling the fan base, we don't know what we're doing. We're going to run between our legs and ask Cousins to take that lead position back again. It stunts Penix's growth a lot. Because now you're telling the young fella, after 6 career starts, you ain't that good after all. That's terrible. You got this kid for cheap for 3 years. You don't want to stunt his growth right now because you started 1-2. Even with a shutout loss in Charlotte, you don't want to do that. So Penix has to start the whole entire rest of this season. If you're going to stunt his growth, it got to be in the off season. And it can't be for the guy that you took him out for.
He got to roll these punches. Whatever punches come, he got to be able to take them.
He got to be able to take them.
This anyway. What can he
do?
do?
Win and lose with him.
Yes.
Got to take him up.
Cannot
Yeah. Absolutely.
Peyton Manning was 3-13 as a rookie starter.
There you go.
And in some people's world, he's considered the greatest of all time. I definitely think I definitely think Peyton Manning was like one of the best prepared for a game as a quarterback. I definitely feel like that.
John Elway was under 500 as a rookie. Warren Moon didn't even start his first year in Houston. Now, people don't remember that. His first year in Houston, he wasn't even started until like week 6 or 7. So guys go through stuff, and he was grown by then. He was in his mid-20s. So guys go through stuff. You can't bail on Penix now. If you do, you're going to ruin it for him, his whole Falcons experience. Can't do it.
Yeah.
Bad franchises do that. Legendarily bad franchises do that.
You want to hear bad, though? Troy Aikman went 1-15 his first
1-15.
And ended up winning 3 Super Bowls, so it's not over.
It ain't over. It ain't over. But
he's already talked about it anyway. Penix going to have his ups and downs as a quarterback being a young quarterback anyway.
Absolutely.
We have to worry about getting the right plays to him and getting it to him on time as a consistent, I say, clock management today. Play calling,
it was rough. It was rough.
Just bad. Just bad, guys.
Yes.
What's up, Boom?
Hey, what's going on? Hey, I know I've been a stranger. I mean, we're in the middle of football season, whooping ass. Third place in the I've been doing that right now. I'm gonna say, Chris, Darnell, man. This game today, like I always say, is baby mama and the good dad. Let's go find the kids a stepdad. That don't make sense. And the fact that why is he on up all of he shot every play, right? When you look at the pass as a whole, our pitch, but like Pick's been pretty decent.
He has.
he didn't draw any plays to utilize Pitts underneath. Everything is a deep shot, right? And when we're supposed to take deep shots, we ran the ball. Like I said, we got 2 thoroughbred running backs. We're not running the ball. We just rushed over 160 yards total last, right? Like I said, Zach Robinson throwing up all these deep shots. But to me, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. The people saying put Kirk Cousins back in, hey man, go keep smoking what y'all smoking and keep it away from us, man. We're not going for that, right? We ain't going for bad Achilles Kirk, who on his way out the door. The Falcons, but I do think our best chance of winning this with Michael Penix. But let's keep it P. We can talk about the coaches, we can talk about coordinators. The problem with these guys at the Atlanta Falcons is just like an undisciplined high school team. When it doesn't go their way, the players are mentally checking out. I mean, I'm gonna say this: when Parker Romo missed those two field goals, the game was over at that point. Momentum gone, right? So at the end of the day, man, I think it's too much of the guys mentally checking out. We can say it's on the coaches. I'm not saying I disagree with that because I do believe Raheem Morris is losing the team. But at the same time, I mean, as Falcon fans, we got to realize I'm not gonna say we're gonna give up on our guys. I'm still gonna be a diehard Falcon fan, expecting these guys to win, expecting these guys to execute. But the fact that it is, as fans, we have to understand something. At the end of the day, and just looking at it from supporting fans as well, we cannot get upset with things that we're expecting from them, right? It's getting to the point where you expect the Falcons to make these same mistakes. It's almost as if they never learned from the previous season. Going back to it, preseason, still not giving guys preseason rep, right? It's showing up. Chris and Smitty talk about this all the time. That's hurting us every single season. Right? And like you guys talked about with Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn, outside of Mike Smith and his couple winning seasons, honestly, I think if you keep Dan Quinn, this team is a lot farther along.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Right? So at the end of the day, we can sit up here and blame this person, blame that person. It's who the Atlanta Falcons are. They are 1-2 football team. Like I said, it's a loop. I don't think those guys are great leaders. And the biggest emphasis for me, they didn't do anything to fix the interior D line when they let Brady go. We are getting mauled on the inside of that D line. So the problem with them are much bigger than so they, like I said, and I get it, they want to get those young guys opportunity. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of hope people have, right? And they better start. I think what's gonna make this team perform better is if the fans physically check out. Talking about going to games, just I'm dropping the Falcons as a whole, which I don't think will happen. But fans, let's not panic. I still believe that the ceiling is high for these guys. They just gotta fix this shit ASAP before.
Absolutely. Appreciate you coming through, Boom. Tell everybody where to find you, my brother.
Hey, you can find me on Instagram. YouTube at DAATL Sports, DA Boom, and DATL Sports on Twitter.
Facts. We appreciate you as always, my guy.
Yo, man, thank you.
Hey, if y'all make championship game, send me some tickets.
I got you. Matter of fact, no, I get you any game you want to come to.
Got you. Appreciate you.
Friday.
No doubt.
That's
our boy Boom, man. Always checking in, big supporter. Coach, talk to us right quick.
Oh man, first let me say what's up to everybody. I'm gonna read the whole team, so I'm gonna make it real fast. All right. So first things first. Any Terry Fontenot slander should not be tolerated. That is the unfortunate thing about this situation. If this team falls all apart, he's gonna be a casualty. And Terry did his part to get the talent in this building. It is the coaches who have utterly failed the team. That's first and foremost. Second, I will go to the coaching. It is definitely a offensive coordinator / coaching. What's the word I want to look for? Culture issue here. You throw 0 passes in the intermediary, 10+ pass yards. All your passes are in the flat. All your plays are either to Bijan in the flats, or Drake London in the flats, or you running the ball. Teams know this. They're stacking the box. You don't do anything. You don't put two wide receivers on one end, a tight end and a wide receiver on the other end, spread out the defense so that they relieve some pressure in the box so that Bijan and or Algier can eat. You don't do none of that. You just leave 7 dudes in the box, tell Bijan to run straight into a brick wall, and then wonder why it don't work. Um, then your very young quarterback has thrown 20 plus. Fellas, listen to this, and everybody can hear my voice. Penix has only thrown 20 plus yards 3 times this entire season. That is unreal. That is. If you were a doctor, that would be cause for malpractice. Like, how do you have? I hear people say, "Oh, they had 2 high single safeties." Okay, so because they have 2 high single safeties, that means you don't play football. Like,
Right.
you don't see your guys open. I'm hearing people say, "Oh, the running backs, the wide receivers got to get open." The wide receiver, yes, they do, but also your coordinator has to scheme them open. I'm tired of hearing that. Oh, we're in the pistol because our defense, our offensive line is hurt. Hey, people that can hear my voice, Tampa Bay's entire starting offensive line is gone, and they busting ass. Like,
Being
I
all
get it. Baker Mayfield is more of a he's more of a polished quarterback. He's been in the league long, but
Hey,
players
coach,
make plays.
coach, let
You
me tell you
can't.
something though. Let me tell you something. And people clown me when I said this. 3 years ago, when he left Cleveland, and I said the Falcons should take a fly on him, especially with Matt Ryan on the way out the door. They laughed at me. They called me stupid. They had told
Yeah.
me I lost my mind. But
Oh yeah.
I seen the Bacon in Cleveland and what he could do. All he
Right.
needed was weapons. He's showing y'all that right now in Tampa. He showed
Yep.
y'all that with the LA Rams. He went to the LA
And
Rams in a matter of
Smitty,
hours to win the
That was the
football
one,
game.
right?
his best two receivers not even on the field.
When he went out there with Sean McVay, that really turned his life around for sure.
mm-hmm.
And it's so yeah, the wide receivers got to get open, but your OC got to scheme them open. That's another thing. Um, Also, you can't. Bijan is a generational talent, yes, but this team cannot live and die by Bijan. Like, everyone, I said this, and I got so much flack at one of the Falcons groups, and but I stand on it. Everyone was so happy last week. Oh, we dominated, we dominated, we dominated. In my opinion, we didn't dominate shit. Like, you can't have. I don't care if Matt Ryan used to get flack all the time. 400 yards, but no touchdowns. Those are empty stats. Who cares if Bijan runs for 400, 500, 600 yards? If he don't get in the end zone, it's an empty stat. So what Minnesota did was they bent, but they never broke. So you can claim that we were dominant on the run game all you want, but that's not actually true because we didn't score. The only time we scored is when they literally opened the gates of heaven and let us walk right in because they was trying to get the ball back and
Yeah.
save time. You know what I
Facts.
mean? Like, this was not good. We have one passing touchdown all year. You have Michael Penix who has thrown and this was beyond me, in the 10 plus in the intermediary in the middle of the field. He has thrown there only before this game, only 3 times the entire season, between 10 and 15 to 20 yards in the middle of the field. He's only thrown 3 times.
They're not
20
throwing.
plus yards, he's only thrown 4 times. So how can people fix their lips to say that it is not an offensive coordinator problem? It's absolutely beyond me. Like, it's so glaring. But
Yeah.
last thing I would say, as
It's
far as Penix, I think Penix needed this game. Um, because everyone had crowned him king. Everyone had crowned him as the next guy, the next Pat Mahomes or whoever you want to call him. Everyone had crowned him and said that he arrived. Me personally, I think everything that has been wrong with Michael Penix you've seen today. Michael Penix has never been one who is great at touch passes, and you've seen that today. He just bullets all the time. So he's missed people that's 5 yards away. Um, you know, Also, fans, you got to get it out your head. He's Michael Vick. He's not going to pull the ball down and run. He's never been that guy, and he will never be that guy. So you got to let that go. The
Agreed.
only time he will go out the pocket is if he's absolutely pressed to. He's just not going to pull the ball down and run. That's two. But more importantly, I needed him to have a game like this. I wanted him to have a game where he throws like 5 interceptions, fumbles like 2 times, just play completely ass. Because I need to see moving forward, how do you handle adversity? How are you going to bounce back next and be, whatever? And, even if next week he's trash, how do you handle adversity? So he needed this game. But overall, to me, this is a total failure on coaching, total failure. And that very last thing, Raheem, for you to go on the people's internet and say that the issue with the game today is you couldn't get the plays in because the headset wasn't working, and then to openly admit you got out coached. A pink slip should be at your desk by the time you reach back. By the time you reach Flowery Branch, and security guards should be walking you out with your nice little box. How dare you go on the people's internet and say that you got out coached, and then say that blame the headsets as to one of the reasons for all those? And I've been saying this many. All these things I've been saying, I have literally been saying since week 5 last year. Nothing has changed. The OC did 4 screens. I think it was I believe it was in the Broncos game. He did 4 screens in a row. Literally 4 screens in a row. We got turned over on downs, and now he's doing like A1 said, pass in the flats that you literally just did and have been doing all game, but you continue to do it. He gets stuck on these plays and he just doesn't adjust. Has to go. And just it is what it is.
Appreciate you, Coach.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
No doubt. We got to welcome in one of our biggest supporters, man. The one and only. He don't need no introduction, man. Larry Dixon from Dixon Way, man. Larry, what's up, my guy?
What's going on, Larry? I already see that it's written all over your face. Yeah.
Turn your mic on.
Oh my God.
Unmute yourself.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, there you go. There we go. You don't have to say a word. Yeah.
Man.
Just like it says under my name. Well, first of all, thank you guys for having me on the platform. Guys, if you have not hit the like button, please hit the like button. It's over 200 people in here. It need to be over 200 likes right here, right now for this Splendiferous. Yeah, I just made up a name. Splendiferous.
That's a word.
Yeah, Splendiferous.
That's a word, actually.
That's a word.
Yeah. Straight up Splendiferous content. All right. Guys, that was unacceptable. It's not just in this game that we use a timeout and then got a penalty after the timeout for delay a game. It ain't no damn headset. Guys, if you go back and look at the game, I challenge anyone to go back and look at the game. Every play was being called at 2-1 right at the whistle. So that makes it easier to pass rush us too. But we're not getting the play call in. So we got faulty equipment coming out of Minnesota and coming into Carolina. Is that what you're telling me? You're telling me that Arthur Blank can't afford new headsets for the entirety? You telling me we only got one set of headsets? Are you telling me that an NFL team only have one headset? Are you telling me that you bench your franchise quarterback for Kirk Cousins, who you set in timeout for this year and rejected every trade on the table? And you're gonna bring him out and you're gonna tell the media, I don't worry about Michael's confidence. He'll be okay. Are you? Hold on, let me catch myself. I got a young son running around. I don't need to use profanity. You cannot sit here and say this guy's your franchise and bench him under any circumstances. We always go back to would a series of 2 in the preseason really matter? Well, I know it didn't matter. Doing the exact same thing you did last year. and not playing your starters and being defiant about it and being bullheaded about it, as long as I'm the head coach, or this year saying, well, we'll see if they're going to play, knowing good damn well you was never going to play your starters. But guess what? We got timing issues. We got an offensive coordinator that did not offensive coordinate in the preseason. That was the quarterback, Coach Yates. He did the offensive coordinator in the. So again, we got a first-year quarterback, basically, who only played 4 games. We got mad at Arthur Smith for only playing Ritter 1 series. But you telling me a quarterback that's only played 4 games is ready for the NFL without any preseason or the joint practice? The joint practice is controlled. I tell you what I want to work on. You tell me what you're going to work on. I tell my team what it's going to be, and it's all nice pillows. Let me give you a comforter.
Tennessee looking like that too.
Everything is scripted. Hey, Falcons, you're playing hip hop hooray. You know what I'm saying? You play all that that's not real football, guys. You don't learn football or get acclimated to football without playing football with guys who want to tear your head off. And I'm sorry, I hate to keep saying this, but it felt like preseason game number 3. Okay, it did. Can't get plays in. What is that? 6 back-to-back games. You used 2 timeouts trying to get a play in. You got your quarterback screaming in his headset, get the blanking plays in. Like,
and what did I say earlier? Coaching has always had the same problem. Then when we were just talking about this with Arthur Smith,
visually frustration of your franchise quarterback on the sideline.
Dog, did y'all see him at the end of the game with his head in his hand like this on the bench?
Man.
And did you see Raheem hugging up and kikiing it with everybody? Did y'all, guys?
It just doesn't look, regardless of the message. Hey, man, I'm just, whoop, whoop, you know what I'm saying? We all brotherhood and all this stuff. At the end of the day, man, a loss like that, the first thing I want to do is get to the locker room. I ain't even
exactly.
I don't even want to dap nobody up. Hey, man, y'all had a good game. Yeah. If you wonder, you know how Quinn Snyder
would have been like this.
You know how Coach Bud used to always do the Bud wave. That's how it would have been for me. I'd have been out of there. Out of there. When you call them what you want. After 30-0, no. First thing I want to do is get on a plane, the bus, whatever it is, because we got to get in this film room. We just got to
when we get the Flowery Branch practice tomorrow, it should be boots to ass. Just that simple.
Yep. I mean, it's got to be because we already got the belts to them today. So, we just can't do this. We too good. We too good on paper to be able to be doing this, y'all. So
on paper.
Yeah.
Guys.
I heard you. I'm just saying.
It is on paper, but I love what Coach said. Shout out to Coach too. Everything we do are 5-yard, 10 out routes or curls. We don't do anything up the middle. I'm glad he came with that stat. I didn't know it was that bad. I thought it was around maybe 9 or 10 plays in the middle. But when he said we've only thrown the ball over 10 yards 2 times or 3 times coming into that game, that is criminal.
That's a crazy stat.
Guys, remember we was talking about that last year. We got Kirk Cousins, who's the best play action quarterback in all of football, in the pistol all game. What did we see the first game? Michael Penix in the pistol. They said, okay, well, we're going to make a concerted effort to run the ball. Okay, Minnesota, we run the heck out of the ball. Couldn't pass the ball. Didn't have no rhythm. But guess what? Bijan pulled us out the fire because their quarterback was way worse, and they could never get anything established. So us running the clock out and wearing down their defense is the exact same plan that Carolina did to us. They literally did what we did to the Vikings last week to us, but even in a worse way, because we couldn't muster anything. That was unexcusable, man. I'm glad that he said that he got out coached, because he did.
He did. But Penix is him. We're not worried about our quarterback down here. It's all about our offensive coordinator and his play calling.
It's all about our coaches.
It's all working together.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, Penix.
We need to get on the same page.
The young guy. We're not even worried about that purple and gold. What's going on with your guy?
You got to be a Viking fan.
Yeah.
Is
Shout out to you.
it me, or does it feel like Zach Robinson? Look at this new toy I got. I just want to be in the pistol and see what kind of plays I can do. Left, right, left, right, left,
Well,
right.
no,
in the middle.
Larry, we were sold on. We use the pistol because that's what he's comfortable in. But if he's comfortable in that offense, you not scheming together plays in that offense to make him successful, then what's the point of using the offense?
Thank you, brother.
Get back to the bread and butter running the football, what you need to do. And in the NFL, go ahead.
Bijan only had 13 carries today. There's no reason why outdoors in the sun against a division rival. Why not have 25 carries? Why not?
Combined, they had 14.
They had 14.
Algier only had 1 carry.
And that was the first down that he got for the 4 yards. I'm like, that's the only time he touched the ball.
That's the only carry he had.
Should have carried the ball the whole third quarter. The whole third quarter should have been Bijan.
Disgusting, man. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
That's absolutely.
And my thing is, you look at it, every time we have stats like that, we lose that game, if y'all notice.
Yeah.
Yeah, first game, 48 yards the first game. Combined, didn't do nothing.
Even under Arthur Smith, we had something like that, and we lost that game.
But this lets me know how inept Zach Robinson is. If y'all remember that play, I think it was the second quarter when Bijan was 1 tackle away from breaking an 80-yard run.
Yeah.
That should let you know right then that you can run the ball on them.
Yeah.
Down their throat. You got to capitalize on things like that. What does he do? Go right back out the very next play, throw a screen pass.
Yeah.
And they was ready for it.
They were ready for it. Yeah.
They started
could be more ready for it.
Sitting on that stuff because they knew it was predictable. They knew what our offense was going to do. Again, that's why I said I know the second interception, a lot of people are going to go different ways. Now that first one was all Penix. He just threw it and didn't even look over.
Yeah, that was he didn't look.
Second one, I put that one on Zach Robinson because again, you've ran that same route at least 4 or 5 other times, possibly in that same half. Eventually, the cornerback's going to have enough IQ to say, hey, this is what's coming. Let me break on the ball right now. And next thing you know, they're going back the other way. Damn near almost another pick 6.
I want to ask you and Smitty a question. Guys, when we come out and we establish the run, well, when we don't establish the run, just like you said, we kind of have games like this. If my memory serves me right, if everything, I think the first few, like the drive that we went down both times and we didn't get any field goals, it was like 80% Bijan, right?
Yeah.
Am I wrong or right? All right. Yeah. I don't remember the exact numbers. I don't feel like going back and getting them right now. But if you're running, just like you said, man, when he get that one clipped up by the leg, and
he was gone. He don't get clipped right there. That much green grass in front of him.
Green
grass.
And then you go to a screenplay, and then they start sitting on it, and it's just like, Zach, like, what are we really doing, guys? You know what that means? We don't script our plays like a great, like Andy Reid, like Kyle Shanahan, all these guys that like McVay, all these guys that's under that tree. He doesn't script this. He can't script it. How can he script it? Unless, remember what Bijan said after the first game, they didn't do anything that we thought they were going to do. So we got to halftime. Coach said, scrap everything we practiced. We're going to do short intermediate routes and try to do draw plays up the middle. What did we try to do? So are we getting out coached thoroughly to the point that anything we're planning is just getting thrown out the door?
Absolutely.
Because you got to ask yourself, we're not scripting plays because we can't even get the play in. Like, Mike got to know the script if we were scripting plays, right? Right?
Right.
Yeah.
So obviously we don't script our first 15 or 10 plays because we're getting penalties, calling timeouts, and then getting penalties for delay a game after it because you can't call 2 timeouts in a row. So what are we really doing? I'm just trying to understand.
I'm gonna go back to this, and I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm just be honest. Raheem was the interim coach when Dan Quinn got fired.
Yes.
What did he show you in that little bit of time that he could become a full-time head coach?
Win a press conference.
I'm at those press conferences. He don't win those.
He had the locker room a little bit too. That locker room, I think he did.
He's a player coach.
That locker room gone. This is a brand new team.
That's why I said that locker room. I think he won that one over. He already was there. He had been there. So a lot of those players, they knew Raheem, even though he wasn't the head coach. Same thing with Olbrich. They knew Olbrich. So it's like when they were doing that kind of rotation thing, you coached the first half, I coached the second half type thing. That's what was going on. But now it's coming full circle because, again, you have the Commanders coming up, and you have to win that game. We have to. That's a must. It's a must win now. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Because the loss that you took today, you would have had some grace if you would have won today. You would have had some grace if things didn't go your way against Washington.
Right.
Now you have to have it because if you go 1-3 heading into the bye week coming out with Buffalo, there's a possibility of a 1-4. And if we're 1-4, you might as well
playoffs.
The door.
No playoffs.
Yeah. Oh no! Check the records.
If we're 1-4, does Raheem survive that bye week?
Yes. Arthur Blank doesn't fire people.
Yeah.
It took forever for them to fire Quinn.
Yeah, you'll get through the season.
We had to go what? 0-5 was it? How we start out? Just
Dan Quinn was 0-5 before they fired him.
Yeah, that's what I think. It was 0-5.
0-5 after 4 years.
You're right.
It takes a lot. It took a lot.
There you go.
Where it was 4-5 after a Super Bowl.
Because he was 0-5 his first year too. After we first won some games, and then we were 5-0, and then we just after that
it just fell off a cliff. Yeah.
And then at the end of the rope, we end up going 0-5 for him to be out the door. That's wild.
Yeah.
Because don't forget, Raheem's on a 4-year deal. You don't want to pay somebody 2 years to walk away, 2.5 years to walk away.
Yeah, that's true.
Go ahead and finish.
You got to roll with it. Falcon Vic, no more pistol. It's not fooling anyone. It's not the pistol offense. It's the play call.
It's not the pistol. It's not the pistol.
It's not the pistol.
You can do a lot of things he do out of the pistol. But I would like Michael Penix, to play under center. We're not even utilizing what speed he has because we don't do any pro waggles. Imagine Michael Penix lined up in 12 personnel, fake the handoff to Bijan and rolling left to his strong side. Now that defender had to come up. You know what I'm saying? We don't even do that because guess what Michael Penix is? Always 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. All you got to do is beat your man. He is in the same spot he always is. And it's not because of his mobility. It's because that's how it's designed by our coach. And if Bijan is standing in front of him, he's not going out for a pass route. He's in there blocking because he's a better blocker than Charlie Warner. So these are all things that you can tell. Hey, if I got Bijan behind Michael Penix and I got Charlie Warner in front of Michael Penix at the 3-yard line or 2-yard line, that's a run play, 100%. If I have Charlie Warner line up on the line, go across the line, come back, he's running to that side when he comes back to that side. That's a tail. We are so predictable, bro. It's like Super Tecmo Bowl. It really is. 8 plays on the screen, and that's the only thing you can choose.
Oh,
all right,
man, boy. I ain't heard that game in a long time. I used to kill that game.
I told you I got a buddy that his son is 10 years old and was calling out the Falcons plays, and my buddy had to tell him be quiet because you don't know what you're talking about, even though he knew what you're talking about.
Wow. Dr. Gundy said offense got no rhyme, no reason, button pressing. I agree with that.
Feels like that.
They spamming. He said we spamming. He said so we button spamming. Oh, that's not good either.
Now, when they gave us these flags at training camp, I was thinking it says Dirty Birds on them. You know what I'm saying? But it might be. I hope it's not waving the white flag. I hope not. We ain't waving it yet, man.
Hey, Larry, my flag been in the closet ever since I got back that day. Never touched it.
We still have a chance to turn this around, but it's a must-win, just like Chris said. It's a must-win next season.
But let me ask you this:
we cannot lose to Mariota.
You can say we can
and Dan Quinn.
Wow.
You saying we can turn it around, but how we gonna turn it around if we can't get focused point blank? This team is not focused. I mean,
Yeah.
look, let me ask you this.
Man, go on, Tony.
When you look at Dan Quinn, what Dan Quinn always said, fast and physical. People clowned him and said that didn't work. He's doing the exact same thing in Washington. And it's working. They got rid of they got rid of 3-star players. They got rid of Jonathan Allen. They brought in Marshawn Lynch, but he sucks. Who else did they get rid of?
Young, the pass rusher.
Chase Young, yeah. And they got rid of the cornerback that they drafted real high. So they brought in faster, younger players. So it's working now. It was personnel all along.
And the offensive lineman that went to San Francisco, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. They still haven't missed a beat, to be honest.
Wow.
They're still looking well. They're still looking good. I'm sorry. They are.
All about coaching, man.
The thing about it is, y'all, there is still hope. There's still time. I know it's
plenty of time,
but at the same time, we gotta have that game versus Washington. I know we're gonna talk about it too as well. We gotta have it.
Let me ask y'all this. I'm gonna start with Darnell. How much confidence do y'all have going forward? Let's just keep it real. Darnell, we're gonna start with you. How much confidence you have going
real
forward?
quick, are we talking about for the season? Or are we talking about just going
right? That's the difference.
Let's just say halfway through the season. Let's say
Okay.
week 10.
Week 10. There's a game with Buffalo that I wasn't expecting them to win if everybody was healthy and everything was clicking. Before that, I didn't think you were going to Washington game either with Jaden Daniels in the lineup. He's not there. But I still can't call the Falcons a favorite in that game. My confidence after Sunday would be 0 if they don't win that game. Right now, I feel like A1 said it's super early. But it's 0 if you don't win a home game against a team that no longer has its starting quarterback and its best player. Yeah. If you don't win that game, then who can you beat? You lost to Charlotte by 30.
Okay, I'm gonna make it easy. I'll make it easy for y'all. These are the next 6 games. We know Washington coming up next week. After the bye week, we got Buffalo, we got the 49ers, a road game. Dolphins, Falcons, Patriots, and Colts. Those are the next 6 games. And knowing what I know and what I feel like we can do, and today's show, that don't mean nothing. I feel like out of those 6 games, we should be able to win 4 of them.
Yeah.
But then again, after today's game, I don't know.
Right.
But Larry, talk to me.
Oh man, when you said those games, man, I hope we win 3 out of 3. You said those 6 games. I'm hoping we can pull out 500 on that. But again, are we trying to ice skate uphill if we just going to 500? I mean, we just dropped a game that we thought was a winnable game. We all know that divisional games are going to be hard. You know what I'm saying? They just beat us in Atlanta. So it wasn't going to be a cakewalk, in my opinion. But I just felt like they can just roll the ball out and win the game. And Carolina has something else to say.
They played desperate, man. They played like a 0-2.
Yeah. They played with the desperate, attitude of a team that was 0-2. So I mean, and now we got the same record, and they smacked us around. And you got to wear that. Like, you don't get no rest day on Monday. Y'all better be in there bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody need to be in there. Like, it's not just the coaches. Coaches need to be there and stay overnight. But like, sorry, baby, I got to sleep at the building. I got to look over this footage, and I got to look at other footage on where we're going. I can't. I wouldn't be able to go to sleep if I was a coach. You know what I'm saying? Coming home and I wouldn't be able to sleep after not doing anything right. Like, there's no thing you can point into that game and say it was positive. The fumble that we recovered on special teams was off a muff punt. We didn't hit him and cause a fumble. That was a mistake for Carolina. So that was nothing. Absolutely nothing. What did we call when we got that? Basically a dump off for the tight end. It was looking deep.
Yep.
but he just dumped it off with a defender sitting in his lap and lost 5 yards. And that's how much we missed the kick by too. So, man, it was bad, man. That's one of the worst games I've seen in a while. That reminds me of when we lost there when it was raining and we didn't score.
Let me tell you something else that a lot of people don't think about. As I was going into this season, I'm looking back at last season. The whole NFL, all 32 teams, all 31 teams, got film on Michael Penix right now, so they know his strengths, his weaknesses, and they gonna game plan for that. And so if they gonna game plan for that, you got to figure out how to counter, not to do the same thing you did before.
Yes.
So if they don't figure out how to counter and, well, as we talk about in boxing, counter punch, if they don't know how to counter punch, it's gonna be a long season. And honestly, I don't have no confidence at all in Zach at this point. Why? Because I feel like he's in a quarterback-friendly system that he's making it harder than it should be, and he's not consistent with play calling. We said that with Arthur Smith, the last coach. But the thing with Arthur Smith, we knew he was going to run the ball. He was going to set up the play action. We knew what he was going to do. With Zach Robinson, we don't know what the hell he's going to do. He's going to come out one play from the pistol. He's going to run Bijan on the off tackle. Next play, he's going to run the screen play. Next play after that, what's next?
Flat.
Go back to the draw play. What? I mean, I don't know.
Going to the flat, screen. Baby. You better believe it. Going to that screen or that flat. Okay, man. Going forward, moving forward, just with those 6 games, like you said, Smitty, being real, I'm gonna be real about as much as I can. The way that I've seen us play today, and what I know about football is any given Sunday. And I know that's why I say every week we got a shot because we have the talent. We have an opportunity to win every single game that you stated. But if coaching is not up to par, I'm being honest with you, we're only going to win 2 of those games.
If that.
If the coaching, let me say it again, if the coaching is not up to par, and if if everybody isn't all on one band, one sound, like the old drum line saying used to say, because the players have to perform as well. But if it doesn't go well, and if it goes similar like this, we only win 2 of those games.
You're speaking the truth, brother.
Now I'm gonna be real. In order to save the season, and in order, I believe, for Raheem to be here next year with all the confidence in the world, we have to win at least 4 of these games. Yes, I said at least 4.
I'm gonna be honest, Chris. I agree with Darnell. I don't think Raheem Morris makes it. I think he's gonna come back next year because of the contract.
Because of the contract.
Yeah, you can't do it.
You just can't pay somebody 2 years like that. They don't do that here. Here, a lot of teams do that. This team never does it. They never do it. They'll fire him in week 5 of that 3rd year, probably so. But they won't give him 2 full years to walk away with that money.
Yep.
Yeah.
Going to next year. Yeah.
So y'all gonna see him.
They let Arthur Smith go after, and he had 1 more year on this contract.
He had 1 more year. He had one more year left.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
3 terribly bad seasons of missing the playoffs.
Yeah, so
finally
next year,
said okay.
Yeah, so next year if we start 0-5 like Dan Quinn,
that's true, Darnell.
Right.
Yeah, I give it to you. You're right.
But old man's counting them pennies. He ain't cheap, but he's counting though.
But there's a caveat to that. Arthur Smith had a worse team than what Raheem Morris has.
On paper, man, that team missed the playoffs by 1 game 2 years in a row. He could have made the playoffs.
Yeah,
He could have made the playoffs twice.
My bad, Darnell.
I'm sorry.
But we also thought they were a rebuilding team too after getting rid of Matt Ryan and the salary cap hell. So I kind of feel like Arthur Smith got grace because we were in salary cap hell more so than he just gave them that because it was the years on the contract. I feel like if we weren't in salary cap hell and we had those seasons, I felt like Arthur Smith would have got fired personally.
I mean, there's a possibility about that because just going with the way the salary cap was going, we couldn't really add anybody too. So yeah, it could have gave like a little longer leash. Right now, we're in a better space on paper, talent wise. We're supposed to be a better team all the way around. We're supposed to be a better team on paper. So that's why I feel like his leash is not as long as, let's say, Arthur Smith's was. On paper, he's supposed to be getting us to the playoffs. And the press conference when he first got here, Well, if you guys had a quarterback, I wouldn't even be here.
Exactly. That comment, and that's another reason why I think he might go, because Michael Penix got 3 more years before we got to pay him.
Right.
We can't waste another year and then him trying to learn another system.
2 more years, not counting this one. Not counting this one.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We can't waste another year. You know what I'm saying? If it's not going well, just say, we bringing it back because of the contract. If it's not working, we have to find out what Michael Penix is, period. Because if we don't know, we go into a new coach. The new coach is going to be like, I don't care. But you're going to force me to go with this quarterback? That's wasting one of his years. Wasting the new GM, what they want.
And you will have a new GM.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if Raheem get fired, unfortunately, Terry's going to get fired. They're tied to the hip.
That's sad, man.
Yeah. And I feel like Terry got, I've been outspoken, you know what I'm saying? Hand in the air. I've been outspoken about Terry's drafts before, but I think he put it together with his vision. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we do still have deficiencies, but that's more so because, in my opinion, I felt like that Raheem wanted Kirk Cousins. That was his quarterback in Washington. That's where it came from. That's his freaking guy. He wanted Kirk Cousins. Yeah. And with the Kirk Cousins money, we are saddled. We cannot make any more moves. It is what it is. Michael Parsons would be a Falcon right now if we did not have Kirk Cousins money. Yeah. So again,
possibility.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, we can't tell a new GM and coach, hey, see what he is, but not have their own vision. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you're going to interview the coach and say, hey, do you think you can do something with Michael Penix? Do you want to go a different way? Do blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? But again, let's get through this season, because I don't want to be talking about people getting fired and stuff like that right now.
I never like doing that.
We have a way that we have a chance. But like Smitty said, I have very little faith in this coaching staff and changing, because all they've shown is they've been bullheaded and they're going to do it that way. So look, I don't want to get into no Pat Beverly type thing. I can't coach. I ain't never coached on that level, so I ain't trying to tell y'all what to do. What I'm saying is, as a fan, we see things that we shouldn't see. When you guys had all this ultimate bravado and confidence coming out of the preseason and training camp, like, oh no, we're good. Don't worry about training camp and this, that, and the third. We're good, but we keep seeing mistakes.
I'm gonna ask y'all
mistake after mistake.
I'm gonna ask y'all. The thing that's gonna really save Raheem is who will we replace him with? That's always the question. What coach is going to come in with this kind of talent on this team? It may be some out there, but you got to go through and flip through the coaches to see who you think can come in and do the same job, a better job than he's doing. So
I got something for that.
Okay.
If you do move on from Raheem, right, you're going to have to move on again. Terry's going to probably have to be gone again. Also the offensive coordinator is going to have to be gone. The only person that may be left is Jeff Ulbrich. And I'm not leading to saying that he's going to be the head coach before anybody gets started.
No.
All I'm saying is, with a clean house, you can possibly bring in a specific guy who can hire everybody that he wants, So maybe bring in some experience, maybe bring in some guys, from the outside and be like this, but it would have to be clean house. I don't think you bring in a new head coach with the same system on how it is, like with Terry, offensive coordinator, and just like, for example, if they just got rid of Raheem. You can't just get rid of Raheem. It's got to be everybody, so we can start anew, because you can't start anew with still some old. So it just,
history matters, and this team has never fired a head coach after 2 years. It just hasn't. So we're having a conversation, which is good.
I'm with you on that, though,
conversation. They won't do it.
Yeah.
You on that?
But
they got to show. I didn't think they was going to necessarily get rid of Young Wei Koo so fast, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but they did. But they should have did it before the season started, wasting that man time.
Yeah.
In camp anyway, right?
And salary cap. If you cut him before he made the roster, you would have saved us $6 million.
Right.
Yes. But as soon as he stepped on that field at game time and they kicked the ball off, that money was guaranteed.
But Chris, I said this, and Uncle Lou, thank you, man. This is if y'all don't know, this is Tyler Algiers' uncle, man. Big supporter of the show. But this is what I've said for the last 2-3 weeks. Mike McDaniel, if he gets fired in Miami, you got to make that call. And y'all got to remember, he was on the Falcons staff at one point as a passing game.
He was.
So he knows about the Atlanta area. So if Raheem Smart and he's been hiring his boys, go get somebody that know the system just like that. Because he was on the system when Kyle Shanahan was the offensive coordinator. So he's going to run. And you see what he do in Miami. He made two.
I'm laughing because can you imagine how full circle that would be? But Mike McDaniel back with the Falcons, Jeff Ulbrich back with the Falcons. Neither one of Raheem's picks working out. And it just and coming into like his next year, a third year, he's coming into it with more guys he's known, but just with more experience. All right, these two guys, they work out. Yeah. I know these two guys, they're my guys, they're experienced. Let's try to work it out with these guys. Man, it just
crazy thing is Mike McDaniel got a left-handed quarterback in Miami right now.
Right.
So he has two in right. So imagine a quarterback with a stronger arm that I think he can fix and help him fix his mechanics as well. So I think Mike McDaniel will be the perfect hire if he gets fired from Miami.
I hate being the wet blanket, Smitty, man. But this team don't fire coaches after 2 years. OCs they don't do it. They're not gonna give Zach Robinson 2 free years of contract to walk out with that money and just say, it didn't work out. Let's bring it up. Let's pay
Jimmy Lake. They got rid of Jimmy Lake. They got rid of his butt
after 1 year.
After one. That team, that defense
is like one of the worst that we've seen in
ever in franchise history. Yeah, it was so bad you had no choice. It was so bad you had no choice. You really had no choice.
That's what's really looking like on offense right now.
You're right about that, Larry. You're right about that, Larry.
But to your point, Darnell, something extreme though. It took something just that historically bad for us to do that. So I do see your point.
And we're on pace on that. I don't know, but guys, it's 3 weeks, guys. We ain't that well. They are bad on offense, but they ain't that bad.
We'll see how the season go, man. But I'm telling you, man, that would be
better.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Week 1 through 3, we have not had it. We have not had it.
More field goals and touchdowns.
If it wasn't for Parker Romo against the Vikings, how many points do we score?
More field goals and touchdowns, almost twice as many.
Guys, we win that game 7-6 without Parker Romo.
Oh, I got you because of the Tyler Algier. But do they give us if the game?
No, you don't get that situation. You don't
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's just like, man, I don't know.
I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But man, been another great show, man. We've been on hour and 37 minutes. I want to thank Darnell coming through, man, from the Atlanta Voice. I really appreciate it.
Love the show,
but tell everybody where to find you before you get out of here, Darnell.
No, if y'all don't mind, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at SuggsWriter, SUGGSWRITER. I'm the editor-in-chief and sports writer of the Atlanta Voice, so we're always at practice and at the games and whatnot. Thank God I didn't travel down to Charlotte for this game. I would have been pissed. Had to take my wife to the Georgia mountains for a vacation. Thank God I didn't go down there. I would have been pissed. Waste that gas. But we'll be at practice next week, so I'll be going live on Twitter and everything for practice next week.
Hey, man, I'll be looking for them updates, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I have to check you out, Darnell.
I appreciate y'all. Brother. Mr. Larry, nice to meet you, brother. Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, man, if you ever free, just ask for the link, and I'll send it to you, brother.
I watch you every week. I will. Next Sunday I'll be in the press conference room, so I'll probably be sad or happy. So it'll be good to go live and let y'all look around there and see what happens.
Well, we can do that. Yeah, we can do that.
Right, for sure.
No doubt. Appreciate you. Larry, you know what to do, man. Tell everybody where to find you.
First of all, man, thank you guys for letting me come on your platform, man. Please hit the like button. It's a lifeblood of all our streams, man.
Right.
It's your boy Larry, one half of the Dixon way. My beautiful wife, Shonda, the other half. And we provide you guys with live fire commentary for all our favorite sports teams. That's the Braves, the Hawks, the Falcons, the Dream, the Bulldogs, even my wife Gators, man. We try to give a different perspective to the game. So our motto is turn down your TV, turn up the Dixon way. We do commentary for all of them for any game we can do, probably streaming 6 or 7 days a week. Yeah, man, that's what we try to do. YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, Rumble, and X. We everywhere. We're just trying to build it one, follower and one subscriber at a time, man. Appreciate you having me on. Always great talking with you guys. Yeah. Disgusting game today. Disgusting.
Facts. Shout out to our sister Joy, man. Where you been, man? We've been here an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, and you just getting here. You gotta do better.
Which she probably was upset.
Yeah, she probably somewhat cussing. I know.
Yeah,
exactly what she was doing. But Chris, you know what to do, man. Tell me about what to fight.
My thing is, man, salute and shout out to all the Falcon fans who be making these trips, going to like Carolina. I know it's a lot of people right now that are upset on the way back. And of course, you should. My goodness, look at it. Oh, car show. Got you.
Car show.
Yeah,
that's what you do.
Understandable. But yeah, man, A1 Forever Sports, that's the platform on YouTube. Please be generational because it's always time to be. Don't you settle for less because you always can have more with the vision. It's 7:30 at night. Regardless of what I eat tonight, it's not going to taste good. But I can still ask you all to find your peace today. Positive energy always creates elevation. And we got to elevate after this loss. I'm telling you, in any way possible. So continue to do that. But Twitter, A1 Forever. Instagram, A1 Forever. And the real A1 Forever on TikTok. Man, let's get ready for the Commanders, y'all. Let's get ready.
Facts. Miss Stephanie, please go check out the replay, man. Please go check out the replay. Great show. But y'all know where to find me, man. Smitty Sports Machine on YouTube and FatboySlim_21 on Twitter, man. I'm always blowing it up. I was doing it today the whole game. I was so pissed. I just stopped watching the game after the third quarter. I didn't care what happened after that. They did score another field goal, but hey, it is what it is. But we got the Commanders coming up next week. Gonna be another tough game, no matter who's the quarterback. Because we know Dan Quinn will come in with a vengeance, man, because he going to say, look what y'all missed out on. Just be honest with you.
Hey, he better not hit us with the Deion Sanders running down the sideline.
Hey, he might do it. He might do it.
Yo, Uncle for Lou. Real.
Uncle Lou. Uncle Lou, we gonna keep riding.
We can't lose to Mariota, guys.
I'm telling you.
Hey, we done seen different
in your own building.
Hey, he might hit a break dance in the end zone just to piss us off. Just like he did when he threw.
And you couldn't blame him. Nah. You couldn't blame him if he did, though. You really couldn't.
No, you can't.
You can't lose to Mariota. Oh my God.
She said she gonna sell her tickets, boy. It's getting bad.
Man, she said they about ready. But that's what I'm saying, though, man. Like season ticket holders, my thing is season after season after season. How much you want them to? How much do you want them to do? What you want us to roll with, man? You ain't giving us no room.
Before we get out here, I wasn't gonna bring this up, but Mafia said Bill Belichick. We passed on Bill Belichick for Raheem Morris. Do y'all think that would have made a difference? I want to know.
I don't know, man.
Speak no evil, see no evil, hear no evil.
I don't know.
Head coaches don't play.
You know what, man? He got that young chick on the sideline talking to him during the game.
Oh yeah, they got blew out yesterday.
I don't need that tomfoolery here with the Falcons. Nah, miss me with that. You know what? No,
that wouldn't happen.
That ain't the same Bill Belichick.
That wouldn't happen.
Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
And I want him. Hand up.
I ain't lying. I did too.
I want him.
I know what he can do.
Nah, what I'm saying, that tomfoolery at UNC, where her coming while he's coaching the game.
Hey man, they got ran out the building yesterday by UCF. It was ugly.
I can't have it.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, man, next week Washington, we'll see. Is that game prime time or 1 o'clock?
1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
Oh,
regular game, no excuses.
Prime time.
Right, you don't get no nighttime or nothing.
Should have been. Should have been.
I mean, think about it. I guess that was part of the script because hey, look at what our record is.
Man, what you talking about? What you talking about?
Because I promise you. Because I promise
you,
both
we got plenty of back-to-back games coming up with prime time coming up, so don't worry.
Because look, I promise you, both teams are 3-0. They could have finagled something and moved.
Yeah,
and it would be no problem. They could have finagled that. If both teams were 3-0 and Dan Quinn was coming back and all that stuff, plenty of storylines. They could have.
That's why I thought it was going to do it because the head coach, the quarterbacks. I mean, it's prime time worthy. Right. Hey Larry, that's how I was looking at the game. That was just like this, man. What the hell going on?
Yeah, right, right. That's exactly
prime time. This is Dion too. Yeah, you said prime time, so I had to bring him out.
Hey man, look.
Hey,
I started having my prime time jersey at church today. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, but I didn't do it.
I'm glad you did.
But yeah, man, another great show, man. Thank y'all for coming through, man. Truly appreciate it. For my boy Chris, Larry from the Dixon Way, Miss Shonda as well, Darnell Suggs, Atlanta Voice, man. We're gonna holler at y'all soon, man. Peace.
Peace.
Rise